Hello lovelies, and welcome to my Project Life video for this month. So every month I try and do at least one Project Life video. I would like to do more because, as you'll see, I'm only up to week 6. I've done week 10, but that doesn't really count. But I really want to get up to date with my Project Life. In saying that, I've done more this year than I did last year, so that's something. But yeah, I really need to get caught up. But the only reason I'm doing Project Life, well, I've found my love for it again, but the reason I have managed to do as many spreads as I have is because I really do love using the kits every month to get my layouts done. The thing is, I love using kits for my Project Life. It makes it so much easier because everything's generally in a container ready for me to go. Whereas if I was to use my stash, it would never get done because I'm not one to go look for things as I'm doing it. I need it all there with me. So the fact that I've got everything out all together and it all coordinates really makes this process much easier. As you can see on the right-hand side of my table, I've got this big pile. These are all the printables. So what I do every month is I print them off and then I spend the night cutting them out. So I'll sit in front of the TV or watch, binge watch something. I think I'm up to Eureka at the moment. I love Eureka. Generally something I've already seen, not something new because then it doesn't get done. And I will just fussy cut these all out. And normally they go in my container, but this month I've decided to use these little really cute zippy bags that I got from Kmart. And as you can see, there are a lot of printables. And that's why I love using them for Project Life, because they just work. Now, this is a picture I had of Cooper at his second week of school. This was the first day of the second week, and he won the Principal's Award for a writing achievement that they had. And I had all of this space in this photo, but the reason I had all this space is because behind him it actually says his name on the projection screen up there, so I wanted to include that, but I had all this empty space. So I went through the bits and pieces and I found something that would work, and yeah, I really like it. So that's why, and I say it a lot, I do like to use the negative space in my photos instead of cropping them a lot closer or cutting out something. I just like to use all that negative space to embellish, because I really like to embellish my Project Life a lot, especially my 4x6 photos. I really like to, when I've got the opportunity, to put something big there, like this picture down the bottom. So this is a picture of Cooper and I. We're taking a lovely selfie, and Cooper just loves to pull these really funny faces, and half my face is cut off, but it was just really cute and funny, and I just wanted to keep it. But as you can see, I had all this space in the middle, so it was the perfect place to put some of these gold titles. So I did. I just really like to use all of that space. Now, on the photo that I just did in the middle on the left, this is Cooper playing with my hair. Cooper loves to play with my hair. It's a sensory thing. And I've got very curly hair, which also gets very fluffy. And quite often, when we're sitting waiting for Will to come out of school, or after we've dropped him off or something, I'll often find Cooper reaching forward and playing with my hair. And so in one of the tags that was in the embellishments, it had this, what does it say? Oh yeah, get lost in what makes you happy, or something like that. I thought it was perfect. So what I did is I cut out the part in the middle, and I glued it to, I used it as an embellishment. And then I've also included a bit of journaling about, what exactly he's doing. So playing with mum's hair. So just things like that. I really enjoy trying to find ways to use my embellishments in different ways. So like I said in a past video, I'm not very good with tags, but a lot of the tags tend to have really cute quotes or things. So I cut them out. I just cut them out and I use that as my embellishment. In my Project Life videos, I always try to put smaller photos, or at least one smaller photo, in a bigger pocket, so it gives me a place to journal or create a filler type effect, just so it's not overloaded with photos. Now, I take a lot of photos. Generally, almost every space, bar one 4x6 and one 3x4, is full of photos. And that's just because I'm a photo person. We all are. That's what we do. But I do take a lot. But because I like to get creative with my project life, what I try to do is make sure somewhere I've got a space like this picture down the bottom here. I've put a 3x4 photo in a 4x6 slot so I could add some journaling to it. And just so it gives my project life a different kind of look, just so it's not embellished photos everywhere. And on the next side, you'll also see I have a 3x4 photo in the top corner. I actually end up juggling. Oh no, I've already done it. So I moved some things around. Otherwise, I would have ended up with two 3x4 photos in a 4x6 slot. So I've juggled it around a bit, and you'll see why in a minute. And what I've done on the other side is I've got a 3x4 photo in a 4x6 pocket because I really wanted to add the journaling. Now, the story behind it is, yeah, really funny. So I wanted to add that. And that is what I'll do a lot of the time so I can add my stories, because usually I journal onto my photos using little strips of cut up paper, a cardstock I should say, and I journal like that, which I've done on the photo of Cooper up the top, which you can't quite see yet. But yeah, so in other times when I can't do that, or if I've got more to say, I will try and find another way to do it. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. So this is my title card, nice and simple. I've been going very simple with my title cards lately. I get stuck with my title cards sometimes to the point where I get really frustrated with them and don't like them. So I've gone back to basics and just figured keep it simple, because that seems to be making me much happier. And that's all I've done here. I've just put week 6. I've gone with a pink and blue theme, although on the next side it's actually not pink and blue, but anyway. Yeah, and it just says this happened. So this is my other side. Now, up in the top corner, this is that 3x4 photo. Now, this is the space in front of Will's seat in the back. So this is essentially the floor behind the passenger seat. My child is atrocious. He's a massive mess. And I wanted to document this because, well, I can. So I have this yellow card here that said captured. I really wanted to use it in that circle spot for journaling, but it didn't quite work. So I cut it up. Now, like I've said, don't be afraid to cut up your embellishments, your cards, your Project Life cards, anything, because a lot of the time you can use them for embellishments better when you cut them up. So that's what I did. I cut the circle out, put it there, used the captured. Now, these are the tiny words we got in last month's kit. There are so many of them, I'll be using them for a while. But the words on here were absolutely perfect for this. The first word on the thingy was driving me crazy. And that is what this child does. So, I forgot to tape it down. I always forget to tape something down. So this is my little circle, and this is where I'm going to do my journaling. To make it stand out more, I'm just going to doodle a quick border with my pen, and then I'm going to add my journaling. And this is how I've managed to have a 3x4 photo in a 4x6 slot with my story behind it, because, yeah, like otherwise this is just a weird photo to put in without the story behind it. This is a weird photo. But I really wanted to include, like, this Project Life is everyday life. And this literally is everyday life. The kid's got, like, 2 pairs of school shoes, a pair of soccer boots, who knows how many drink bottles on the floor. It's just, yeah. But that is who he is, and I just wanted to include this. I include everything in our album, from the mundane to the spectacular, so that had to go in. This is going to be my journaling card. So the picture above and next to this journaling card are together, and I've said it in past videos, when I have a few photos about the same thing. Now, in my Project Life, I do include multiple photos from the same moment, if that makes sense. And when I do that, I tend to either put them together on one side of the layout, or I put them around a journaling card if I have the space for it. And that's what I've done here. So my journaling card is going to be about this giant puddle we passed. So we had some hectic rain for a few days. It cancelled soccer training. It meant the kids had to play inside. It was crazy. And of course, having an outdoor child like Will, he wasn't happy. So we were driving home from school, and there was this massive puddle at the soccer field. And he's asked me, "Mummy, can I please go run through the puddle?" It's so much easier to say yes than to say no. Like, he had a ball. We spent about 15 minutes. He was running through the puddle. He was skidding through the puddle. I did make him take his school shirt off. But he come out and he was absolutely drenched, but he had the biggest smile on his face. It was so much fun. And yeah, so I was journaling about that, and on the top of that photo, again, I have all of that space around my, like in that photo, all that negative space. And so I've used one of those gold titles again. I've just gotten Snapshot, and in a minute I'm going to go through the massive pile of printables I have, and I'm going to add the word epic. So it ends up being Epic Snapshot, which it pretty much was. So with my 3x4 photos, I tend to just use the little printables, so like the lots of smiles or the good stuff or the little arrows, things like that. And that's what I do for most of those. This one of Cooper and Woody, I'm using that love heart. I love these little scribbled love hearts. They're really cool. And then it's hard to tell in the photo, but Cooper has Woody on his shoulders just like Andy does in the movie. So that was really cute. They were on their way to bed. And that's actually it for the layout, just adding a few bits and pieces. But like I said, I like to use the printables a lot on bits and pieces of the photos that I don't really have a lot to add. So I'll just use little bits from the printables. But that's it from me. So I hope you've enjoyed my video, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.